Hello there, you lovely people. I hope you're safe and I hope that you're well. In this week's video, I would like us to address how, as a friend or family member, it can be when you're supporting a loved one who may be feeling suicidal. And with that, I would like to kind of give you the knowledge and the confidence to realise what are the things that you can do to help that loved one. So let's get on with this week's video. So my most important thing is for us to recognise that the myth that goes is that if you was to actually ask somebody who is feeling suicidal and to actually be really to the point and really direct, the myth is that you're the one who might be planting the idea in their head, when it's not true. What we're doing by actually being really direct, really honest, really bold, really brave, is that we're actually letting that person know that we care about them so much that we've noticed that something doesn't seem right, and that I'm here to help you and I'm here to support you no matter what. So that's where I need us to recognise that it's about having that bravery within us to be really bold and direct. And I will have some kind of conversation starters that towards the end of the video of how you can best support that person. So here's some steps. My first step is I want you to be open. I want you to recognise that actually they're going through a really tough time right now, and it is your job as their friend, as their best friend, as their family member, to be there for them. Now, what I'm asking you to do now is to tap into that, you being brave. And I would like you to ask them directly, and let me just kind of try and go into counsellor mode here. Sometimes when life is really, really tough, it's quite easy to think, what's the point of living? And I just wonder if you've ever felt like that. Or it could be along the lines of, life seems really, really tough right now. I just want to make sure that you're okay and, you're not contemplating about taking your own life. So it's about these questions. And what I need you to do is, I need you to catch your shock. Because if you're like, and your face will tell a picture, then what will happen is they're going to just regret telling you. So it's important that you catch your shock. And the way that you ask these questions is in a very kind, in a very loving, in a very calm tone of voice. Make sure that you're not fidgeting, make sure that you're not on your phone, and make sure that you're just with them, keeping them safe. Now, as a young person, I need you to remember that it is not solely your responsibility to keep them safe. It's impossible for you to do this on your own. What I need you to do is I need you to kind of hand that information over to a trusted adult. Okay, and whether that's a member of school staff, whether that's an adult friend or a family member, you need to pass this information over with. If they're telling you not to, please don't, you have a responsibility of care. And that, by you caring and loving that friend, is you passing that responsibility over to an adult that can do something about it. If they have said yes to having this suicide ideation, so these thoughts of suicide, I would want you to do this acronym called CPR. C is for a current plan. Do they have a current plan? The P is for prior behaviour. Have they ever felt like this before? If so, what's helped them through it? And then the R is resources. Do they have the resources? Do they have the means? And if so, then again, that's just making sure that you and those around you can make sure that that person is safe. Another step is not to take it personally. Now, their mood may be down, it may be grouchy, they may be snappy, they may be irritable, they may say really nasty things to you. What's really going on is they feel so lonely, so lost, so unlovable, that actually, because you're showing them that you care, because you're showing them that you love them and that you want the best for them, they might not necessarily know how to react to that. So sometimes what we do is we push other people away in order to keep ourselves safe. So try not to necessarily take it to heart, and just recognise that actually what's happening for that loved one, that friend, is that they're going through a really, really tough time. And it's just about you recognising for you to do what you can and not take it personal. My fourth step is about the importance of connecting your friend, your loved one, your family member with the professionals. Now, this bit's not necessarily easy, because what I need you to remember is that you cannot make them go and speak to somebody about this. You cannot make them turn up for counselling. And with that, it's just about you having that ability to recognise you can only do so much. But it's about getting them to understand that they're never going to feel better unless they really start to try and explore what's going on. And with that, there's so many professionals out there. There's so many professionals. There's lots of helplines, and in the description box below, every week I've got the charities out there that are there to support people, not only in England, but actually across the world. But also, if you're really struggling, then just getting that young person, to that loved one, that friend, that family member, to go and speak to somebody at school maybe, or college or sixth form or uni, because they're a really good starting place, because they have the network, they have the knowledge of who to support and where to go to. So it's about going to somebody that you trust at school, and even if that teacher doesn't know, then I can assure you that they will find out who does know, because then they'll have the suggestions. It's not weak to speak, it's not weak to go for counselling, and actually it can be really empowering for that young person. So it's just about trying your hardest to connect them with the professionals. And my final step is about the importance of you remembering that to just be there for them. You don't need to know what to say. You don't need to have a magic wand to fix it, but you just need to show that you care. Just that. And to do that is to simply be with them. Is to simply just be with them. And if they're in a mood where you're not too sure where they're at, then just ask them, do you want me to be here to make you laugh? Or do you want me to be here to listen to you and to listen to your worries, or to just be here to take your tears? Because again, it's giving them that sense of control and that voice for them to kind of express what they want. Just remind yourself that you don't have a magic wand, okay? You can't fix this for them, but what you can do is you can be there. Reminder that there are going to be moments where they may come to you or they may message you and they may want your support there and then, and you might not be able to do that. So with that, it's about just letting them know that I really want to be here for you right now, but I've got to go and do this. However, I will be back in half an hour, or I will message you this evening, or I will check in with you first thing in the morning. Just letting them know that you've not forgotten about them and that you'll be there for them. Because hopefully they're a good enough person to recognise that you've still got a life to live. It might be, keeping in touch with friends, studying, eating, having fun, whatever it might be. But it's just about reminding them that, you'll be there for them when you can be. So there you have it. It's just about you doing what you can to help support somebody that you love who may be going through these suicidal thoughts. And it's just reminding yourself that you need to look after yourself too, okay? So make sure that you have that self-care, and make sure that you have somebody to speak to about it as well. Take care, guys. Stay awesome. Bye.